Hi, I'm Shane with the Drum Center of Portsmouth in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. We're on the web at drumcenternh.com. And today we are looking at the Mapex Saturn Evolution series drum set. The Saturn has evolved. So for those of you who did not know, Mapex Saturn has been around since the early 90s. They started experimenting with blended shells back then, and it was maple and it was walnut. During the mid-2000s, they did a limited edition birch walnut kit, and now here we are in 2021, and we have the Saturn Evolution, which is basically your choice. Is it a maple walnut or a birch walnut? Well, they do both. What's important to note when comparing the Saturn Evolution versus the Saturn is that the Saturn is a drum set, and I would consider the Saturn Evolution to be more of a drum program. The regular Saturn is a drum set designed for people who want a professional level drum set. The Saturn Evolution is designed for people who are truly trying to dial in their sound. So you can pick a maple walnut bass drum, you could pick birch walnut toms if you want. What Mapex did with the Saturn Evolution is that they took the Saturn series and then just kicked it up another level, where they borrowed from the Black Panther Design Lab. They took a lot of the features that we see there and it came down into this Evolution series drum set. Most notably is the halo ring, which you can see on the toms. Now, this grabs from under the lug. There is also a cool little feature here where we have this knob where you can dial in or out the resonance from your drum shell. This is something that we saw Sonar introduce in the 90s on the Designer series, and it's really designed for the microphone's ear, and not so much the player. There may be some naysayers out there that say, well, that doesn't mean anything to me. Well, it probably doesn't. But if you are in a recording environment, you may find that something like this can come in very, very handy. Another cool feature about the Saturn Evolution is the graduated thicknesses. The actual plies themselves become thicker as the drums get bigger, and the bearing edge profile changes as well. They also have these Sonic Saver rollover hoops, Stick Saver. So what we have is a kit that is just jam-packed with features. And I think what's really important to emphasize here is that Mapex has grown up. I've really considered them for the longest time to be the Hyundai of the drum world. Like, they were ignored because the quality was okay, but they weren't really anything to write home about. And as each year went on, their business processes improved, their manufacturing improved, everything started getting better. And now here we are 30 years later. These guys are players. I mean, these are serious drums. This is a professional level drum kit, and it is as good as anything else out there. It's really amazing to see how far they've come. Bravo to them for implementing all this cool technology and great features. These are serious drums. You probably are asking about the China cymbals that we're focusing on this kit, and these are the new Wuhan Koi series Chinas. Now this has a much different approach than the standard Wuhan China cymbals. We have a real conical bell here. They're just incredibly different. They sound different. They sound amazing. I cannot believe how good this one. This is my choice. The dry one is cool for the staccato, a little more of a staccato thing, but this is so explosive. And I mean, they're more expensive than your standard Wuhan China, but when you hear, you can probably see why. I really wish that I was more of a delicate player, because I would love to hear these played by somebody with, you know, small sticks and a lot more nuance than I have, because they are just super musical. We hope you enjoyed this video. It's important, I really want to emphasize this. If you compare the Saturn versus the Saturn Evolution, you're going to ask yourself, why is there such a big price difference? The big price difference is because there are way more features on the Saturn Evolution. There are way more size options. There are way more finishes. Again, like I said, it's a program for people that are looking to design their own setup based on sound. There is no snare drum in this lineup, because most people that are going to be buying a kit like this, they already have several snare drums that are going to fit the bill. The links to buy these drums and these cymbals are in the description below. And please leave your feedback. We'd love to hear what you had to say. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you get notified whenever we post new content like this. And we will see you next time. The hallmark of the Mapex Saturn has always been the enhanced bottom end, which is the maple versus the walnut. And it has a very straight attack with a round body. And if there's anything I like, it is a round bottom. I want that bottom end. They're taking a wet rag and slapping it on a countertop where it's just this.
I want that bottom end.